Our skills focus is looking at patterns in a table. Each one of our problems has a table, and the table is missing some part of information. Well, we have to find the pattern in the table to help us determine the missing information. Some rules that we can remember with patterns in a table. If we're going from a small number to a big number, we know that we have either used addition or multiplication to make that small number a larger number. So, addition or multiplication are used when we're going from small to big. So that's a rule that we need to remember. And then if we're going from a big number and it's getting smaller, we know that we are subtracting or dividing to make that big number a smaller number. So subtraction or division are going to be part of the pattern when we're going from big to small. So let's look at A. The table shows the number of erasers in different numbers of packages. So, numbers of packages and numbers of erasers. 3 packages would give us a total of 15 erasers. 5 packages would give us a total of 25 erasers. We don't know about 7, but we know that 9 packages would give us 45 erasers. Each package contains the same number of erasers. What's the total number of erasers in 7 packages? So each package contains the same number of erasers. So that tells us that there's a pattern. And we want to know what would the number be in 7 packages. So let's start looking at the table and see if we can figure out the pattern. So we know we're going from 3 to 15, 5 to 25, 9 to 45. So we know that we're going from a small number to a big number. So we know that we are either adding or multiplying. Okay, so let's start with addition first. If that doesn't work, then we can rule it out and we can look at multiplication. So 3 to 15. We need to think about what we need to add to 3 to make it 15. So 3 plus 12 would give us 15. So then we try that on the next one and see if it works. 5 plus 12. Well, would 5 plus 12 give us 25? 5 plus 12 would not give us 25. 5 plus 12 is going to give us 17. So we know that addition is not our rule right now. So we can kind of eliminate addition. So now we're on to multiplication. So we need to figure out what we're multiplying. So 3 times something gives us 15. Well, we can try skip counting to see in our 3's what times that makes 15. So you just start 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So we did that 5 times. So 3 times 5 gives us 15. So now we need to see if that times 5 rule works for the next step. So we have 5 to 25. We need to see if 5 times 5 would give us 25. So again, we can skip count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We did it 5 times. So 5 times 5 is 25. Let's check with our 9s. And I'm going to try to give you more of a visual. So I'm just going to do 9 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll mark them out as a skip count. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So 9 times 5 was 45. So times 5 is our rule. So now we're going to do 7 times 5 to figure out what the number of erasers is in 7 packages. So we could even do 7 lines down here and do just like we did with the 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 7 times 5 is 35. So A is way too small. B is just a little bit bigger than the 5 packages because that's 25. So we know that can be 7 packages. And there's 35. Looks good. And then 40 is too big. So C was our answer. All right. Now we're going to look at B. So some of my things on the screen moved. Sorry. All right. Let's look at B. The Hillview Elementary PTA gave 4 game tokens for every 8 tickets bought at a school carnival. Number of tickets, 8. Number of tokens, 4. 16 tickets, 8 tokens. 24 tickets, 12 tokens. And then 28, we don't know. What is one way to find the number of tokens given if 28 tickets were bought? So really what they're asking us right now is, what is the rule? What do we have to do to solve for that missing? So we don't actually have to come up with your answer. They just want to know, how do we come up with the answer? So we need to figure out the rule. We went from 8 to 4, 16 to 8, 24 to 12. So we're going from a big number to a smaller number. So we know when we're going from a big number to a smaller number, we are either subtracting or dividing. So first we're going to look at subtraction. So what would we have to subtract from 8 to give us 4? Well, that's kind of like splitting your 8 in half. So we would take 4 away from 8. That would give us 4. So let's see if that works with 16. So 16 minus 4, we can count backwards. 15, 14, 13, 12. So that doesn't give us 8. So that tells me that subtraction didn't work. So now let's try division. What would we have to divide 8 by to give us 4? Well, if we split 8 in half, that's going to leave us 4. So that's like dividing by 2. So 8 divided by 2 gives us 4. So let's see if that works for 16. 16 divided by 2. Oh, that gives us 8. 24 divided by 2. It's like splitting it in half. 24 divided by 2. That gives us 12. So let's do that with 28. 28 divided by 2. So it's kind of like splitting it in half. So if we split 28 in half, that's going to give us 14. All right, so they wanted to know, what is one way to find the number of tokens given if 28 tickets were bought? So let's look at our answer choices. F says find the product of 8 and 12. Well, we weren't working with the product, so that doesn't sound good to me. G says find the sum of 24 and 2. We weren't adding. H says find the quotient of 28 and 2. So remember, quotient is the answer to a division problem. So this could actually be our answer. Find the quotient of 28 and 2. Well, we did divide 28 and 2, and we did get a quotient. So that sounds really good. Then J says find the product of 8 and 4. Well, we didn't multiply 8 and 4 to find our answer. So H is our answer. All right, so use the information that you just got in the video to help you solve number 1 and number 2. Good luck.